So Midshipman Irish and Midshipman Cameron, as part of the semester study abroad program, they're both in Arabic, both Arabic language speakers, modern standard Arabic. So we were looking for locations to send them, and we have found a very good location at the American University of Cairo, located in a suburb of Cairo. And they had applied to the program and were accepted, and it was a good fit. It turns out for Midshipman Cameron, he was actually taking what we call an Arabic Language Institute program, where he was taking all of his classes in Arabic. So it's a very exciting program, and I was able to visit Cairo last November to understand better the program and the people, both the country team, our American embassy, and the folks at the American University of Cairo. So when events started to unfold in January, I understood where these things were taking place and what our students were probably experiencing at that time. The actual decision for getting our students out, we rely on our country team to advise us. So, for example, the preparation for Simon Irish and Ian Cameron was when they go to Egypt and they flew into Cairo, they immediately touched base with our country team and set up a time to meet with them so that they could understand the parameters of what was going on in Cairo, understanding how to reach the embassy in the case of an event of an emergency. We also provide that information to our students so that they know that we're always available, that they can call and speak to us. So our country team is always in the best position to advise us if there are problems. And it doesn't mean that we have to read about something in the paper. We could understand from our country team that, hey, there's some issues here that you need to be aware of, that we've advised the students about. So the country team at all times was monitoring the situation and keeping our students informed about what it was they needed to be doing. Well, interestingly, the midshipmen were actually evacuated with the first group of folks by those planes that were arranged by the State Department. The students were then flown to Athens, Greece, and we were in touch with our embassy team there. And at the same time that all this was unfolding, we knew, because we have relationships with our West Point counterpart, that West Point also had cadets in Cairo at the same time. So when we were comparing notes about where the cadets were and where the midshipmen were and what the plans were going to be, the West Point made me aware that they actually had a program set up in Morocco. And I knew that we, the Naval Academy, were interested in setting up a program in Morocco. I just didn't plan on setting it up that quick. So we were able to do that, and the midshipmen are currently in Morocco finishing up their semester. So they started in Egypt, and they're finishing up in Morocco. These particular midshipmen, as is the case with all the midshipmen that go abroad, they're very eager to interface with the local population. And the civilian university experience in Cairo really presents itself well for the students to live in Cairo and to interface with the local population. The other parts of our semester study abroad program is where we have our students actually participating in a program at a foreign naval academy. And so that experience is unique compared to the civilian university experience. So the students were taking classes, commuting back and forth to the city, getting to know the families of their friends, and they were getting to know the environment of Cairo quite well before the events. Clearly they haven't been back since. They do appreciate the differences in the Arab world, and they're seeing that as it relates to comparisons between Egypt and Morocco. As you're aware, there's issues that started in Tunisia, which is the bordering country of Morocco. So we're monitoring that situation very closely. We're working closely with our embassy and our country team, and we're very appreciative of their efforts and their support. This particular experience doesn't really change what we're doing. We are always concerned about the safety and security of our midshipmen, and we like to think that we're putting plans in place in the event that things like this happen, that they are safe, they are being taken care of. And we're very lucky. The country teams have been super supportive of our American citizens and our midshipmen that are going abroad. And I think that this particular situation is an example of the close relationship we've set up with the country team. We did value it before, and we value it even more now because we have a clear example of how our midshipmen were evacuated in a very dynamic period. I mean, this happened at the same time that the country team was evacuating their family members, and they treated our students as members of their family, and it helped reinforce the things that we're doing are important, and so we're paying due diligence to our relationships and making sure the students understand. I mean, when they are in the Navy and the Marine Corps, they're going to go to countries and they're going to understand how the embassies respond and what the value of an embassy is abroad. And there's no doubt in my mind these two midshipmen understand that much better than most. Well, I am very interested in communicating to the readers of Shipmate that we very much appreciate their support, because there's a number of alumni and supporters of the Naval Academy that are contributing to the Naval Academy to help midshipmen understand develop a better proficiency in their foreign language, a better understanding of regions of the world, as is the case for Cameron and Irish, and most importantly, have a better appreciation for other cultures. It's interesting because the stories that Midshipman Irish and Midshipman Cameron tell is that they felt that the Egyptians were very closed. In other words, they weren't very open to outsiders. And through those couple days where they were staying in the hotel, they actually call the people that they were with their brothers, probably in many senses of the word. And these are the kinds of experiences that the philanthropic support of the donors are providing, and we very much appreciate that.